We decided to get a few people's opinions about the Kobe Bryant tragedy that happened Sunday. Here are some responses from social media and how they're reacting with the terrible tragedy. Can I get your opinion on the recent tragedy of Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, hearing that news break yesterday was tragic. Not only for basketball, but for me as a father, it was more tragic because of his daughter dying with him. That really hit home with me. Hearing about that, but you just want to make sure you tell people you love them and make sure that you're doing the right things as a father. That's what really stood out to me is more of a family thing than basketball.
All right, thank you. Okay. Can I get your recent opinion about the Kobe Bryant tragedy?
It's kind of sad because he died in the plane with his daughter. Could you imagine just having to look at your daughter and be about to die and not having anything to do about it? He was a great influential player, and it's just sad. You gotta say, Micaiah.
Yeah, I feel like it was real sad because he was on 41, and that's a young age.
All right. Can I get your recent opinion about the Kobe Bryant tragedy?
Well, it's just really, really sad. Of course, we lost Kobe and his daughter, but there were, total of 9 people that lost their lives, and our thoughts and prayers go out to their family. Kobe Bryant was a huge advocate for the women's game, and being a girls basketball coach, just so appreciated, the work that he was doing in that area with his daughters and his support for the WNBA, and the world lost a true champion.
Yes, ma'am. Can I get your got anything you would tell other people who motivation would bring them up from it?
Motivation to bring them up from tragedy?
Any motivation you got at all for anybody?
Well, you just have to have your faith, and you have to have a good support group that can be there to support you during times like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I get your opinion on the recent Kobe Bryant tragedy?
It's sad anytime you lose a basketball legend this early. And then as fans, we don't get to see some of the things we look forward to, like what Kobe's going to do after his playing career is over. Also, we don't get to physically see him get inducted into the Hall of Fame and hear his Hall of Fame speech, which I'm sure is going to be epic. So it's just a sad thing all around.
You got anything you got to tell other people who heard about it, any inspiration, bring them up from it?
I think one of the most important things players can learn from Kobe is just how he competed. He never wanted to lose, and that was with everything. And he was mentally tough. He worked harder than everybody. And even though he had all the physical skills to really be great, that wasn't enough for him. And he pushed himself and worked harder than everybody else, and that's why he's one of the best players ever play.
All right, thank you. Can I ask you about your opinion about the Kobe Bryant issue or tragedy?
It's just, whether it's Kobe Bryant, whether it's anyone, I think it's tragic anytime anybody loses their life in an accident like this. But him being a celebrity and the star that he has, obviously it's going to have a little bigger ramifications. But the fact that it was him and his daughter in this thing, it's heartbreaking. Because any situation like that is always going to be that way. Because a life is a life, no matter whose it is. And it's always a tragedy.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Can I get your opinion about the recent Kobe Bryant tragedy?
When I heard, I was just floored. I couldn't believe it. But I think it was T.I. who said it. He said, many of us take for granted that when we leave our home, that we're going to return. And nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is promised, And so it just made me reflect, on my own life and my relationships with my family members, people that lives in my home. And, I turned to them and I told them, I said, guys, I love you, because I can't even imagine. I can't imagine being on an aircraft with your child and seeing this. I'm just lost for words. I really am. My heart goes out to their family, my prayers. But that's not even scratching the surface of what that family is going through right now. So don't take for granted that when you leave your home, or you're going here, you're going there, even just going to the corner store, that it's a guarantee that you'll return home. Because I'm sure when he got on that aircraft with his daughter, like they probably done hundreds of thousands of times, that they were going to come back home. Yeah. So,
Thank you.